Hello and welcome to the My Amazon Guy podcast. Today we're joined by Seth Stevens. He wrote and co-authored this book, Private Label $1 Million Secrets. Today he's joining us. Yeah, he's got the book too. I hope so. So today he's joining us to talk about some of those secrets and what you guys can do to apply them to your own Amazon account. So Seth, welcome to the My Amazon Guy podcast.
Hey, Steven, so glad to be here. Super excited to talk about some of the concepts that have taken us a long time to learn, my friend.
And as I understand it, your partner's over in Paris right now, speaking at one of the Amazon conferences. Is that right?
Yeah, exactly. So Shawn had planned to be here today with us, but he kind of got a last minute call to come and share some of those same strategies that we're going to be talking about in Paris at the Elite Seller Conference, I guess.
All right. So my pleasure to have Seth on the show today. So Seth, where did you come up with some of these secrets? Tell us a little bit about your origin.
Yeah. So long story kind of abbreviated here. Shawn and I began our careers before Amazon building private label brands when Amazon really wasn't a thing. It was like 2010, 2011, 2012. We were actually building brands using direct response advertising. So Steven, we would have to buy a television ad or send a newspaper ad out and then field calls where people would call in and try to place orders for our private label products. We didn't call it that back then, but basically we had to get really good at all of these different functions and skills that made those ads profitable. Because if you're buying media for television, you have to get really good at customer nurturing and upselling and actually following up with those customers. So we took all those skills and we applied them to Amazon in 2014 when we started building brands on the Amazon platform. So Steven, long story short, again, we spent several years building brands on Amazon. We've launched more than 1,000 of our own private label products. We created 53 brands. We sold 17 of them. And we hit our first $1 million month within the first 2 years of starting that business. But we had a big advantage because we started with all those skills that we found out later, Steven, were dramatically rewarded on Amazon. So that's kind of where it all started. And then the book, Private Label Millionaire Secrets, is the culmination of everything we learned pretty much of creating all of those brands and building all those businesses through the last decade. So yeah.
Well, pleasure to bring you on today to talk about some of these things. All right. So in a world where we had yesterday's news, Thrasio laying off hundreds of employees, I feel like they hired the wrong people. But the skills that you picked up in the time frame that you just talked about, that 2014 time frame, gave you an edge. So let's talk about some of that. So value stack. What is a value stack, Seth?
Yeah, so good question, Steven. So there's like in the book that the Private Label Millionaire Secrets, there's 5 kind of core things that we kind of figured out that we were doing that a lot of our competitors weren't doing, growing all these brands and selling all of these brands. And one of the key things was creating a value stack in our Amazon listing. So what this looks like is if you've ever been on a webinar or if you've ever tried to buy something and they didn't just sell you the thing, they said, well, not only are you going to get the pizza cutter, you're also going to get A, B, C, and they just pile up so much value. And so, Steven, what this looks like is, if you go to get your tires changed and you're like, I need 4 brand new tires. And the offer that the tire shop gives you is, okay, we'll replace those 4 tires for you for $1,000. But then you go to the competitive shop and you say, I need tires on my vehicle. And they say, okay, we're going to replace those tires for $1,000, but you're also going to get a free oil change, and you're also going to get a free maintenance inspection, and you're also going to get a free car cleaning, and they're stacking up value. So then when you start comparing apples to apples, it's like, well, of course I would choose the one with more value. And so that's exactly what we do on Amazon. And to kind of paint the picture of why this works so well is this is a real example that we actually use, Steven. So if you're scrolling through Amazon search results and you're looking for a pizza cutter, for instance.
All right. So we're going to do this in real time. I always like doing show it live. We're going to do it live. All right. So pizza cutter.
Yeah. So you can see kind of how everybody looks the same. So our brand that we built a long time ago, we actually shut it down, but we just still make the analogy. So you look through there, Steven, you can see pretty much everybody is in the same price range. The products nearly look the same. I'm talking about this like a traditional pizza cutter. So you see regular old pizza cutters,
I did
right?
buy one of these big ones. Then my wife just kept using the regular one. So what do you do? Just put it in the drawer.
So you got the roller pizza cutter there. Now imagine, Steven, you're scrolling through, and for the same $9 or $10, $14, you not only get a pizza cutter, but you get a free pizza from call it your favorite pizza shop, Domino's or Papa John's or what have you. The actual offer that we made was a free small Domino's pizza. And so here's the thing. If I have a pizza cutter and everybody else has a pizza cutter too, but I also offer this bonus that is perfectly in line with my target customer. We know they like pizza. They're buying a pizza cutter, right? And they get a free pizza. It changes the offer. And so kind of a couple magical things happen there, Steven, is not only do we get to provide more value by giving them a free pizza, it's actually an affiliate offer from Domino's. So Domino's rewards us with a $1.50 commission on every single Domino's pizza that's claimed. And then lastly, when they're claiming that offer, because they have to come to us after the purchase to claim that pizza, we actually build a customer list. So it creates a value stack in the listing where we actually get paid to bring more value to our customers. So we're not competing on apples to apples anymore because we're providing more value. We get paid from the affiliate because we're giving them leads. And then lastly, we build a customer list, which is going to be, which is something we're going to talk about in a minute, about actually having your actual customers' contact information gives you a huge advantage when you're selling on Amazon. So that's kind of what the value.
This sounds like too much hard work for me. I don't know if I can do this. I signed up for passive income on Amazon, and now you're talking about this value stack thing. Too much work.
Yeah, exactly. I was listening to somebody else kind of talking about building brands on Amazon one time, and they're like, no one wants to actually like provide more value. They just want to skip all the steps and get the passive income, like you said. But if you actually can go out there and identify some places where you can give more to your customers, then you'll always win. So a good place to start finding affiliate offers to kind of stack in value for your listings is just to go and register at offervault.com. Offervault's an aggregator of affiliate networks. And what happens is you have to apply. They don't accept everyone right away. When you're filling out the application, just be honest. But the most important piece to get accepted into these networks is to let them know that you're actually going to be promoting your products to your own customer list. They don't want spammers. They don't want people that are just buying lists. So sign up at offervault.com, fill out the application, and just be honest. But you got to make sure that you let those people know that you're actually marketing to your own customers. All right, Steven?
All right, so that was interesting. I'd never heard of OfferVault. Never would have thought to do an affiliate sign up. And I'm supposed to be an OG Amazon expert, so you learn something new every day. We can take one question from the audience coming off LinkedIn from Audrey. Audrey says, Seth, are you taking on new brands?
So Audrey, we actually built all of those brands ourselves. We are not in that business any longer. We are not managing brands for other people. If you have those questions or those needs, you might want to reach out to Steven there. What we do is we only do post-purchase marketing for Amazon sellers. So we help Amazon sellers grow by using email and text marketing. But we're not talking about that right now. Steven, let's keep going here.
All right, sounds like a plan. Daniel says, wow, that was good. We've got people calling in from all over the world. We got Lakeland, Florida. Got a neighbor over here in Georgia next to me. I'm down here in Atlanta. We even got Philippines calling in today. So great to have you all on the show. All right. So we just talked about the value stack. The next one we're going to go over is the AOV funnel. What is an AOV funnel? Average order value. I know that much, but what's an AOV funnel?
Exactly. So Steven, what we kind of struggled with over the years was how can we promote our products on Amazon profitably? How can we take a Facebook ad or a Google ad or external traffic basically and pay for it and convert it into a sale on Amazon? But not only that, how can we do that and actually make some profit? And so what we kind of figured out was the reason why it's so hard to make money driving external ads to Amazon is because Amazon controls the checkout process. They get to decide when they sell your product, then they get to decide like what the customer gets to see. And a lot of times it's not your products. So you only sell them one product at a time. So I'll give you an example. We used to sell shredded memory foam pillows on Amazon, sold them for about $30. If I drove an ad from Facebook, Steven, it might cost me $30 to get one conversion. That's a losing affair. But if I build a funnel before they get to Amazon and I can increase, Coop was our main competitor. If I can get our customers to land on a funnel page that we build before they're taken off to Amazon, then I can increase the average order value that they're going to spend with us. And here's how it works. So if I get them to come and be interested in my shredded memory foam bamboo pillow, like you're showing there, I'm not going to take them from that page onto Amazon. I'm going to take them to another page, Steven, where I say, hey, not only are you interested in this bamboo pillow, but also you probably need another pillow because most pillows have two beds, or most beds have two pillows, right? And then they're going to get an opportunity.
I don't know what you're talking about. 2 pillows? Are you kidding me? I've got like 5. You know, I've got like one propped up under my shoulder, my knee. I feel like an old fogey
Steven,
already.
you must be like some of our customers that have purchased from us 27 different times, and we're going to talk about that in a minute. But so here's the thing:
you got some whales.
I do. So you have them add one pillow to their cart in your funnel, right? The next page takes them and says, hey, would you like to add another pillow for maybe a discount? And then it doesn't take them to Amazon yet. It says, hey, while you're here, we have this very special offer for a wedge pillow. You know, rest your knees, just like what you need, Steven. And then you might say, hey, and then also while you're at it, why don't you upgrade your sheets? So then at the end of it, when they finally say, take me on to Amazon, we use a special link that allows their cart to be pre-populated with all of those products. So if I spend
that is compliant. Just everybody watching, that's totally compliant.
So if I spend that same $30 to and I spend it on Facebook ads, and then I land them on Amazon with a $30 pillow, that's a losing affair. But if I spend that same $30 and I land them with 2 pillows in their cart, if I land them with a wedge pillow and sheets, now it might be a $150 transaction, and I can make that ad profitable. And that's what that looks like, Steven.
Makes perfect sense to me. That's really interesting. All right, let's go to the next one, which is the Tripwire. Now, am I going to be tripping on some wire here, Seth, or what's going on?
You might have, Steven. So everybody's heard of a Tripwire in kind of internet marketing, but what we did was we applied it to Amazon.
Actually, I have not, and I'm a lifelong marketer. So educate me on this.
Really?
One.
Okay. So a Tripwire is kind of like the lead into your ecosystem, or it's the top of your funnel. It is where somebody first comes and engages with you. So for you, Steven, a Tripwire for my Amazon guy might be, a free report where it's an easy ask, right? It's a low barrier, easy ask to fill up the top of your funnel, and then you can sell people more things as they ascend through your value ladder. So
I do have one of these Tripwires. So I give a free video review away, myamazonguy.com/ASIN. So if you need that, here you go. All right. So I learned a new word today, Tripwire. So how does this relate to Amazon?
Yeah, good question. So what we do is we're trying to set up a situation where you can ensure your success on Amazon. You don't want to launch the really competitive product if it's expensive and you're unsure if it's going to work. So when we launched that bamboo pillow product that we were just talking about, we didn't launch the pillow straight away. We actually launched a low barrier product that was in the same niche, that was attracting the same avatar, the same customer that we could sell to again. So here's how it worked. We actually found a low priced product. It was a sleep mask. We sold it for $5 because that was break even. But the sleep mask was just our conduit or our tripwire to selling that same customer a pillow. And here's how it worked. We located the manufacturer for the Tripwire product, which was our sleep mask. We put up the product on Amazon and we set it to break even. And we had, most importantly, we had an insert or a sticker in that product that allowed our customers to claim more value. It would be, something digitally delivered, just like what you showed for your Tripwire, but it's around your product. So, the top 7 tips to get better sleep. We know they're interested, right? So we sold 200,000 sleep masks because no one could touch our price.
That's a lot. That's a lot of sleep masks.
We collected 50,000 email addresses. Now we have 50,000 people on our email list that we know are interested in sleep products. And we use that email list to then send traffic consistently to our pillow products, which rank them. And then now we have our hero product ranked. And every single day, Steven, that sleep mask was kicking in more opt-ins to our overall list. So you kind of you find a way to build a list of the same type of customer to then use that audience to then launch your hero product. Does that make sense?
It makes perfect sense. All right. So Daddy J says, great sales funnel. I'm impressed, Seth, because these are things that are not that hard to execute if you know what you're doing. Right?
Yep, exactly. But nobody really thinks like this. Here's the thing, Stephen, we did all this kind of building and learning and everything, but we weren't kind of tainted by the big courses in the game that were teaching everybody the same methodology. So we kind of invented our own way, which fortunately kind of gave us a different look, and we were able to grow a little bit faster.
So I teach all the basics on Amazon, and I have purposely done no external plays whatsoever, because my philosophy was Amazon's going to change. And if I keep the business to the same thing, I'll be good, because I never have to worry about a TOS compliance change. Rebates are killed. Facebook advertising no longer works, whatever it might be.
Yep.
But you have somehow been able to find the things that work and work long term. So I got to give you mad props on that.
Hey, thank you.
All right. Creative cloning. What is creative cloning?
So this is one of my favorites, Stephen. This strategy is so simple, but it's made us probably more money on the front end than any other strategy besides the one we're going to talk about last year. So the creative cloning process is what all the big brands do. And I'll give you the example of Tylenol. So if you go into any drugstore, Stephen, and you're looking for Tylenol or something to relieve your headache, you got a migraine, and you're looking there at the shelf and it says, I got Tylenol, Tylenol PM, Tylenol extra strength, and then you see Tylenol migraine. If you see Tylenol migraine and you got a migraine, most likely you're going to buy Tylenol migraine, right?
Yep.
But when you flip around all those bottles, you find out that it's all just Tylenol.
It's all the same.
It's all the same.
Just got a different word on it.
It's just got a different word because it's speaking to a different type of customer. And so you don't have to question that Tylenol migraine is the product for you because it says it right there on the bottle. So what we did was we cloned our products in the same brand, but then changed our marketing to speak to one type of customer at a time. So an example that we actually had, or one of our clients used on Amazon, was he sold dog collars. And Stephen, if you're selling a dog collar, there's like extra small through extra large. That's pretty much it. But if I, as the seller, can speak directly to you as the German Shepherd owner, now I have a huge advantage. So what we do is we clone the listing and we say, not only are we selling a dog collar, but it's a German Shepherd dog collar. And then all of our images and all of our text speak to the German Shepherd dog owner. But not only that, we clone it again and we say, okay, we're speaking to a pit bull dog owner and we're speaking to a collie dog owner. Even though the product itself is the same, you as the brand owner get to decide what's a new listing and what's a new product for your brand. And to decide that as the trademark owner, as the brand owner, all you have to do is create a new UPC and relabel it, even though it's the same brand and it's actually the same product. And so we use the same process, Stephen, to take our pillow business from doing $30,000 per month to doing $300,000 per month. And here's how we did it. We cloned the listing with the exact same product. And we, instead of saying premium bamboo pillow, we said luxury bamboo pillow. And then the next listing, we said, okay, side sleeper bamboo pillow. And the next one, we said back sleeper bamboo pillow and stomach sleeper bamboo pillow. So it served all of them because it was an adjustable pillow, but we got to take up more real estate. And back then, Stephen, there was only 16 listings on page one for Amazon search results, and we had 8 of them. So as you clone your product, you're just taking up more
market domination strategy right there.
Right. And here's the kicker. Everybody always says, well, won't I be competing with myself? Well, yes, but every single listing in the search results gets sales. Your competitors are taking sales that should be yours. You just are a little bit nervous because for some reason you don't want to see yourself on there twice. But if you change your image and you change your title and your description, the customer views it as a completely different product. So they are viewing it as they're buying from, a different seller themselves, right? Long story short, Stephen, if you take your product and you clone it and it's working well for you, this is like the fastest way to double your front end sales that you're ever going to find. Because if I can get you twice as much exposure in Amazon search results, you're going to make twice as many sales. So,
and the reason why I think Amazon's going to be cool with this is because it's a good customer experience.
Yep.
The customer searched, they found what they wanted, they purchased what they wanted, and they were happy with the purchase. So whenever you look at the framework for whether Amazon's going to be compliant with something or not, I always put it through the framework or the lens of customer experience. Does this aid the customer experience? And in this case, I would argue it does.
Well, not only that, Stephen, but it doesn't really even matter because you get to decide You get to decide. You're the brand owner, Steven. Do you think that when Nike rolls out a new shoe, that the warehouse workers are opening it up and inspecting the shoe and saying, well, this looks like the Air Force One they rolled out last year? They're not doing that. All they're doing is saying, oh, Nike rolled out a new shoe, scan the barcode, put it into inventory, because Nike gets to decide. It's not Amazon. And you, as the brand owner, Steven, you get to decide what's a new product, even though in all essence, it's the same, but the marketing is different. That's why it's new. And the UPC makes it differently for you as the brand owner.
Well, hey, I mean, all the big brands are doing this too. You go down to Target or whatever, you look at the Dove's men's shampoo, and you look at the one side, you look at the left side of the aisle, and you see, oh, hey, this is a big bottle. It's really cool and value. And you look over to the right side and you see the female version. It's all cutesy. It's a third of the size. But then you go look at the ingredients, it's the same dang product.
Yep. Yeah,
so
exactly.
This has been done for decades. All right. So now let's get to the post-purchase marketing strategy. And you are the post-purchase expert on this topic. Tell me more.
Yeah. So this is the one we're most passionate about. So Steven, we built all those brands. We created all those sales. And when we started looking back at like, what was the core driver, post-purchase marketing ended up being the biggest lever that we had. And actually, Steven, 41% of all of our revenue was generated from post-purchase marketing. That means, and to define post-purchase marketing, it means all the marketing that happens to the same customer that has already purchased from you. So for instance, Steven, if you bought something from me on my Amazon store, if I'm a regular old Amazon seller, then I saw your transaction as an order ID, and then I forgot about Steven. But for us, we said, because we came from direct response, we said, this is just the beginning. Steven's very valuable.
Beginning. All right. I love it.
This is just the beginning. So not only did Steven buy a sleep mask from me, we know we can sell Steven a pillow. And also we can sell him sheets. And also we can sell him more pillows. And also we can sell him a wedge pillow. We can sell him our whole line of products, and we can sell him multiples of that. But what everybody kind of misses out on is they use Amazon because Amazon makes it so easy just to pay for some sponsored ads and generate a transaction. But if they would follow up with all those transactions, which are actually real customers, and develop a relationship with those customers, they can make way more money. And here's the kicker. Every single time that you buy something from me, Steven, that's after that initial sale, is the profit's way higher because I don't have to acquire you again. I don't have to spend sponsored ads to get that message in front of you. All I have to do is send a free email and hit your inbox and say, hey, Steven, we have a sale going on for 10% off our pillows. Now's the time to act. Go ahead and claim. And then the thing that we were just talking about was people say, well, I don't see any reason why somebody would want another one of my products because it doesn't make any sense to me. Well, it's not your job to answer the question. It's your job to ask it, right? So we would send marketing messages out selling the same pillow, the same bed pillow. And when we went back and looked at it, we had some customers that bought from us 27 times and 26 times and 24
That's
times.
crazy.
All these different times, and they're outfitting their RVs and they're giving them as gifts, and some of them own hotels, and you can't make that decision for them, right? So long story short, we use real email and real phone texting to get our marketing messages out to our customers who have already engaged with us, and they already know, like, and trust us, because those are the most likely people to buy from us again. And so basically it all starts with building a customer list. One way to do that would be to develop a product attention or an attention getting marketing device known as a product insert. Everybody does them wrong, and develop something that rides along in your packaging that delivers value. It does the heavy lifting for you, right? Delivers the value that your customer would like.
What's the number one mistake people make with product inserts?
The number one mistake that they make is they don't think about what would actually motivate their customer to take action. So everybody wants to take the easy way out and say, join my VIP club.
Give me a review. Yeah.
Give me a review, or register your warranty for a $10 product. That's not going to work. So it's got to be thoughtful. You have to think about, what is that customer experiencing in that moment when they open up my package? What would actually cause them to take action? And most likely, if you're selling a cheaper product, it's not a warranty. Most likely, it's not going to be giving you a review, because what's in it for them? And you can't pay for reviews because that's against TOS. So you have to think about what is going to actually motivate your customer. And I'll give you one example of a good performing insert, the best performing insert we ever had to illustrate this. So that same pillow product that we've been talking about, just to keep it congruent, was a memory foam pillow. So it was vacuum sealed, Steven, and it was like super, super compressed. It looked like when you opened it up, it was getting ready to explode.
Nice.
Okay. And because it looked like that, we actually put a stop sign sticker right on the outside of that vacuum sealed packaging. And it said, hey, stop, before you open this pillow, see these very important instructions. Now, in that particular case, it was very, very relevant to the customer because they're thinking, I don't want to touch this thing. I don't know what's going to happen. 88% of our customers came and opted in to see those instructions. But if I try to use that same strategy on a pizza cutter,
That's not going to work.
It's not going to work. So you have to think about how can I add value in that moment
What do you put on your pizza, Seth?
What do I put on my pizza to eat?
Yeah.
Oh man, I love traditional pepperoni, or I would go all the way to supreme. What about you?
Hawaiian with some red onion on it for sure.
Okay, I've never tried
Canadian
that.
bacon, pineapple, red onion. You got to try that out.
I will.
All right. So got one other question coming from the audience. Kay says, do you find that your major keywords for that audience differ when you clone the product? I'm going to guess you're going to say yes on this one, Seth.
So it's kind of depends. So in the case of the bamboo pillow product, no. The keyword that we ranked the best for was bamboo pillow. We couldn't rank for memory foam pillow. It was too competitive. We couldn't rank for pillow. It was too competitive. But what we were able to do was pick out different sub niches of the audience that was searching for bamboo pillow specifically. And we picked up the side sleepers in the search results for bamboo pillow. We picked up the back sleepers for bamboo pillow. So we were able to stack in all these listings for the same search term, but serve a different segment of that audience that was coming through there. But in the case of the dog collar, it is a completely different major search term that's driving most of your sales because it's a different dog breed. So you can do it two different ways. But first and foremost is, where is my opportunity? Do I have an opportunity to rank easily for the search term bamboo pillow? And if that's the case, serve a different sub niche of that overall keyword. Does that make sense, Steven?
It makes perfect sense to me. All right. So Seth, you've written this awesome book. Everybody can find a copy of it. Private Label Millionaire Secrets. You've shared 5 of those. There's probably more in the book, I suspect. Should they pick the book up?
Yes.
All
right. Guys, we actually spent the time in the studio. We have the Audible version right there. We marked it down as cheap as Amazon would let us. So go to Amazon, search for Private Label Millionaire Secrets. You can get the Kindle version for 99 cents. You get the hardback for like $3, and then you can get the Audible version, Steven.
So you smell like a marketer to me, Seth. So put that on your next book. I
love it.
All right. So Seth, if somebody wants to check out Post Purchase Pro or just want to say, hey, I thought your podcast was cool, where should they go?
Well, first of all, we have our own podcast where we talk about post-purchase marketing strategies. We also talk about some of the unique marketing strategies that we've learned over the years at Post-Purchase Podcast. But more importantly, Steven, we actually created a special landing page for you, my Amazon guy. It's postpurchasepro.com/MAG for my Amazon guy. And what you'll find there is the full presentation of all the strategies I just shared with you. It's about a 45-minute presentation. It's just all the details of everything we just talked about. There you go. You just click into show me all the bonuses. You'll get that. We'll also give you a PDF copy of our book so you can get that. And then let's see. Yeah. So I think basically all the bonuses are right there, Steven. So if you want to type in
postpurchasepro.com/MAG for my Amazon guy.
You got it.
Well, cool. Seth, I appreciate you coming on. Hope you guys check that out. If you have any additional questions, you're watching this on the replay, Seth will come back. He'll answer a few more questions. So
I will.
Hope you guys check that out. We got one last question coming in from the audience from Johnny. So to get the customer email with the stop note, do you have a different landing page for each SKU on Amazon?
Well, Johnny, that's a good question. So normally we create a brand opt-in page. We'll create a page where every person that's seeing your inserts will come and land on your brand page. They'll opt in, and then we'll display for them the products that have the supporting information that they can select at that point. So to make your logistical side easier, develop your insert to go to one page and then have it from there be split into the value. That's the first way to build your customer list. The second way is to actually use the data that's inside of Amazon to find your historical email addresses. So like Steven, in your account, you've taken 50,000 orders over the last 12 months, let's say. Well, typically what we can do is we can find you about 25,000. So we can find you about 50% of those real email addresses from the data that's already there. And then you can kick off your email marketing pretty strong that way. So 2 different ways to build a list.
Well, very good, Seth. Again, appreciate you coming on. Later today, we have a double header podcast for those that want to stick around. 5 p.m. Eastern Standard. Jason Master Mateo is doing another podcast. Come and ask him any Amazon question. Seth, post-purchase pro, author of Millionaire Secret. Excuse me. All right. Well, thanks for coming on the My Amazon Guy podcast. You guys all have a good one.
Really appreciate it.
We'll
Thanks
see
so
you,
much.
Seth.